into the race and bibs and everything else. Woo! It's a lot of bibs.
I'm sure there's a Baby R Us joke in there somewhere, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I was waiting for a baby joke. Running with Maverick and Wolfman. Maverick here.
Wolfman here. Don't forget to find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and the big one, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit the little thumbs up, so we can keep bringing great content to people like you.
Guess what we're talking about tonight?
I don't know. You want to tell me?
We are talking about what everyone's talking about. The election. Just kidding. No, we're not. We're talking about something fun. Running. Something non-stressful. Running. Exercise. Fitness. Health. The good stuff. That's why you're here. That's why we're here.
That's right.
We're going to start with the New York City Marathon, which is over your shoulder, right side.
That one.
So
no, I did not do it.
Did you catch it?
I did. I watched. I think it was ESPN televised the professional part of it, so I watched most of the men and women's, and then I tracked Mr. Schools on the little app and the tracker. So great job to him. That was neat. I think I saw him finish. They have have you ever followed it on the app?
No.
So it's pretty neat. You can watch them on the map, and there's different spots where you can tap into a live feed at that spot.
Yeah.
And I missed him several times, but I think I saw him finish. And I did the same thing with the Jackal last year. Like, I missed him a couple times. I missed him finish, but I saw him at one of the stops. It was pretty neat.
That's funny.
It's cool. So nice job, Mr. Schools. Well done.
Way to go, Jim.
And everybody else that did it. All the thousands of people.
55,000 and change, I saw.
Something like that, yeah.
Pretty ridiculous.
It's maddening.
That is crazy. Think about that. Think about everything that would go into that, just to process everybody, to get them all,
I know.
into the race and bibs and everything else. Woo! It's a lot of bibs.
I'm sure there's a Baby R Us joke in there somewhere, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I was waiting for a baby joke. So yeah, no, that's pretty crazy. 55,000 and change, and there was the times were pretty good. I saw the winning times. It was like 2:07 and I think 2:24 for the women, something like that.
I didn't even pay attention to the times.
No, I wasn't either, but they weren't bad times, and yeah, I was pretty impressed with that as always. Did you see the elite groups go out?
I missed the start.
Okay.
I missed the start. I didn't even think it would be televised at all. So then by the time I thought, I should check, I checked, was it Flow Track first? And there wasn't anything on there. And I asked the kids if I could have the TV, and then I found it. So I missed the very start.
Yeah. Yeah, the elite groups, I always like kind of chuckle when they go out, because it's just a little itty bitty group. It looks like a little grade school race. It doesn't even look like a high school race. It's such a small group, and they just go out flying. Of course, like no one's close to them. No one's going to catch them anyway. But they let them go out separately, which is always, like I said, it's funny to watch, because it's not like there's like 1,000 of them. There's like a little itty bitty group of them.
Yeah, Yeah.
For the men and women, they don't even put them together. They have them do separate.
Right. Right. Yeah. I've seen it at Boston because when you're standing at Boston waiting, they eventually bring them up the side and then they get in front and then they go and then you go.
Would it would be pretty awesome to have that kind of treatment though, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let me just get brought right up to the front. I don't have to, weave in between anybody. I don't have to have anybody spitting on my shoes.
I don't have to share those porter potties with people.
Don't you find it weird that like some people like they'll like spit and do like weird things? You're like, there's people everywhere. What are you doing?
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
relax. They're doing like weird stretches and stuff. It's like,
I
where's
almost
the?
get kicked all the time. That leg swing kick that everybody does, like
Oh yeah, yeah. The
I couldn't
overzealous.
tell you the amount of times I've almost been kicked. It's like check your surroundings. If you're in a crowd, you shouldn't do the leg swings.
No dynamic stretching in the crowd, people. Just relax. It's a marathon. It's not going to go by that fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Did you
It's
watch
funny
it at
for this.
all or no?
I just caught a little bit of like recap stuff. I didn't actually get to watch it. I totally forgot it was on.
Yeah.
The the Chicago last year I watched it. This year I was having trouble getting that, so I missed that too. So I'm like I'm
Yeah, I didn't
behind.
watch.
I'm watching.
I don't think I watched that one either year, last year or this year. Just recaps, like you said.
Yeah. Well, the recaps are just as good. It's a lot quicker.
Yeah, much faster.
Instead of waiting 2 hours to figure out what's going on, I know pretty quickly. But I'm always curious to see if there's going to be like a new world record or like some kind of
Yeah,
crazy. There was two American runners that finished like right right next to each other. Apparently they did that again for like the second time. That was pretty interesting too.
in the
To have
men's
two
race,
yeah to have two guys finish that closely.
was it?
That's pretty wild.
Oh, I'm blanking on their
Connor,
names. Connor Mance and oh, what's they're friends. They're training buddies. They went to school together, I think.
yeah, I want to say it's
Is
Clayton.
Young Clayton Young? Is that his name?
I'm not. That sounds right, but
Because they
they're
were
not
both
guys.
in the Olympics too, I believe.
Yeah, they're not like marathoning better than I do. So, like I said, I'm not. I,
Yeah,
I saw the names, but I'm not sure on the their histories or whatnot.
yeah. But
But it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive time for them too.
oh yeah, they're fast guys.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Here's the other thing, that I've been noticing more and more is like how light these guys are. The guys and girls obviously, but like how thin and how lightweight everybody is in the marathon. Like cuz as a distance runner, I'm thinking like, "Oh yeah, like someone's going to have some muscle." Like everybody's so trim and so thin, and you have to be to run those
Yeah,
kind of times obviously, but I'm always amazed. I'm like, "Man, they look like they lost like even more weight because you see people like run in college and stuff, and then you're like, wow, like they trimmed out even more. It
yeah.
doesn't even seem like it's possible, but it is. And I'm sure they're not even purposefully doing. They're probably just running and eating, but they just can't. You just can't
Yeah,
maintain the weight. We experienced that where you can't put on weight, let alone hold the weight when you're running
yeah,
so much
yeah.
and working out so intensely.
I think sometimes they do it on purpose, though. I think in Meb's book he talks about it, and almost like a fighter, like a fighting weight.
Hmm.
Um, he would have a particular weight that he would try to get to. I think it was the week he was going to be competing in a marathon. Um, but he always had, you have to calculate and you have to be careful
Oh, it has
because,
to be a healthy. You have to be,
yeah, it has to be a healthy
watching that because
balance.
you want to be
Yeah.
healthy. Not only healthy, but you want to have the energy for the race. Like
Right.
if you're
Right.
really, it's something that you have to be. If anyone's
Yeah.
new to distance running, I mean, make sure you're eating and you're taking care of
Yeah.
yourself and you're monitoring things. You don't want to be starving yourself or you don't want to be dehydrated. Which is another
Right.
thing too, is that like we experienced that when we did the 10 miler together, but you need to put things into your system. The longer you're running, the more you
Yeah.
need to put in there, especially when it's an intense workout or race. Like you're going to have to replenish at some point. Like you don't have to do that for little itty bitty runs and stuff like that. But when you're in like big races, long races, especially with like heat, elevation, you need to monitor and be careful with that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
people will get into like hyponatremia and all kinds of things. That's
Yeah.
decreased sodium. But you got to watch for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of these people, especially at that elite caliber, they're consulting with coaches, sports nutritionists, sports psychologists. I mean, they're being coached through all these things. So yes, it's not something you don't monitor. You know.
Right. Right. And then you get to know your body really well when you're training and doing that much preparation, you really get into your body, what it needs, how it needs it. Any of those elite guys, even like I said, even down to like just weekend runners, a lot of times they're that in tune as well. People that are serious about running and other sports tend to get really into that and understand it well. And you do look for advice, like you said, you call Wolfman.
That's right. Howl at the moon, I'll howl back.
Did you get a run in?
Not yet.
I did a late run yesterday night.
Yeah.
It was late. It was
Yeah.
it was a treadmill. It was a ferocious treadmill.
Yeah. Not yet. I'm not sure if I will or not. I slept like beans yesterday, so
Not sure what that means, but that must be good.
it's better than other words I could use. Um, so I don't know. I'm pretty tired today. I might just take the day off and start again tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
There's only so
I
much coffee you can drink in a day.
But we'll see. I say that, but who knows? I might go for a mile after this. I haven't really
Yeah,
decided.
you and those running streaks. I might do some core work. I'm not going to go for a run after this. Not that I would like to, but it's gonna be too late of a night.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
do a little core work. That'll be good. I need to get that done anyway. So, but where are we at with the
It's going
diamonds?
yeah, it's going okay. It's been hit or miss. I got my flu shot last week. I don't know. The last couple years I've gotten that 2 or 3 days just zaps the energy out of me. And like I could still run, but you just feel groggy. So I cut some miles back a little bit last week, and then I was busy with the cross country team and the state meet, and
How'd that go?
it went well. They did great. They took sixth in the state, so that
Nice,
was good. One
nice.
point away from fifth.
You
Um,
couldn't get that 1 point. You couldn't just muster that 1 point.
I guess not. They all ran great. I mean, all four
Uh,
that ran it last year ran faster, and I had three guys that never run it before, and
Listen, I'm
yeah.
joking. Sixth place is a crazy good accomplishment. Congrats,
Oh yeah,
guys.
yeah. They did great. They did great. So anyway, just busy with that. So, um, but I think it was a good thing. Like I said, I had that flu shot, and that always takes it out of me. So I think it was good. I was busy and had to cut back anyway. So, but it's another week. We'll get after it.
That's it. It's another week. Get back into it. Do what you can, right?
Mm,
So,
yep.
everyone that ran states, congratulations.
Yeah, I think they
Way to
said there were
go.
like, I think through all the races, they said there was something like 1,600 kids there. There were six
It's
races, I
wild.
think. So
And
yeah, I
listen
mean that's wild.
to everyone that ran the New York City Marathon, congratulations. I'm not
Yeah,
sure how you did it with all that crowd.
the crowd. I mean, you could hear the crowds on TV if you didn't
Listen,
watch it, but holy moly.
I should expect it. I mean, when you go to New York, you're walking through the street. I mean, it's crowded. So why wouldn't the race be?
I got a text message from the Jackal during the marathon.
Yeah,
Doesn't watching this give you the marathon bug?
you told them no.
I said, yeah, it does. So maybe he's thinking of doing another one. Who knows?
I'm sure that's just what it is. That's what he
What
said.
it
That's what he
really
said.
does. Especially if you've been in a big one and you start hearing those crowds, you're like, oh man, I could be out there.
Yep, yep.
So
It's how it goes, man. That's why you keep going back.
yeah,
But listen, we're gonna wrap it up there for tonight. We got a big
sounds
day
good.
tomorrow, and we're gonna be
Yep,
back
yeah.
next week with some more content. and it's gonna be some crazy good stuff. So come back
Fun.
and hear it next week, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Maverick and Wolfman running out.